Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the Shengshou 6x6. If you want to see the unboxing of this cube, you can click the link in the description whenever your heart desires. Now, let's get on to the review. So the speed of this cube is very slow and very stiff when you first get out of the box. But after lubrication and a lot of modding done to it, it becomes very fast. And the modding that you do to the cube will affect the entire performance of the cube. It just makes it a totally different puzzle. And some modification tutorials that I would suggest looking at would be Cuber Felix 1996, I believe, and Drum God 1997's tutorial. They're both kind of the same, but a few different steps in some of them. The turning of this cube is very clicky, like the Shengshou 5x5. And rotation is very, very fast, as you can see. But there are noticeable lockups due to the fact that it is a 6x6 and, you know, it is a little bit harder to grasp. And so the lockup test, and as you can see, it does kind of pop if you like kind of grab the piece here. And as you can see, there are a few lockups, and it is a little bit hard to, turn because it is a 6x6. You have to make sure every side is aligned. But overall, it is a pretty good turning cube. Corner cuts on this cube are okay. I mean, it's at a tight tension, so there's going to be little to no corner cutting on here. And for 6x6, there are no reverse corner cuts. And if we do a few inner layers, stuff like that, same dealio. You can adjust this cube to the core, and you can kind of see the screws, and it is a core like a 3x3, and yeah, it has like the inner mechanism pieces of like a Shengshou 4x4, so be aware of that. Lube is definitely necessary for this puzzle, and make sure you know where to lube the right spots, because this cube actually has like the rings of an X cube. Like, it has the screw and then a circle around it, and then it has like the square ring to turn instead of like the screw. So you want to lube the ring, not the screw, because the screw doesn't move at all. So make sure you lube that, and it gets really nice. So yeah, just make sure you know where you're going to lube the cube. Lubes you can use is Lubix or Marlube. People say Marlube works better. I've used Lubix, and this thing is really nice. So, I don't know, it just depends on whatever you have around. It'll do the job, I guess. Stickers will come with the standard sticker shades. As you can see, they look pretty nice on like a white cube, and they don't look too dull. But you can get CubeSmith stickers, and as you can see, very bright, very distinguishable. No problem whatsoever. The size of this cube is larger than a 3x3 and a tad smaller than, smaller than the 7x7. As you can see, it is a layer, the 7x7 is a layer bigger. And here's the Shengshou 7x7 for looks. So, yep. And then it is a tad bigger than the Shengshou 5x5, and I will show pictures right now. The shape of this cube is obviously cubic, but the edges of the cube are a lot more rounder than what you would say like a diamond cube. These are much more straight, and it's very sharp and pointy. These are very smooth and curvy, if you would like to call it that. The Shengshou 6x6 is one of the only few 6x6s on the market, and is one of the best on the market, despite the intense amount of modding you have to do to the cube. After modding, the cube can be very fast, with decent corner cuts, and a few lockups. This cube is probably a 50-50 to the V-Cube 6. You have pros and cons to both sides. With the V-Cube 6, you have to do lots of modding, and there are chances of misalignment. It's more expensive than the Shengshou 6x6, but it could possibly be better than the Shengshou 6x6. And with the Shengshou 6x6, you have to do lots of modding. There's no chance of really misalignment because of the special core. It is less expensive than the V-Cube 6, and it could possibly be better than the V-Cube 6. It just depends on how well you mod the cube. You can get this cube at speedcubeshop.com. Best services, best prices for all your speed cubing needs. And I believe this cube ranges around $20 to $30. I'm not entirely sure. You have to go check out this store and check out other puzzles there too. They have great quality puzzles for all your speed cubing needs. So that's my review on the Shengshou 6x6. Be sure to hit the like and favorite buttons if you like this video. Also be sure to subscribe for more good videos to come. And don't forget to comment on what video you want to see next. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.